What's up, YouTube? What's up, Naya Gang? Welcome back to another brand new release. We are getting treated yet again by girl groups this month. And today we have Izna's Metronome music video. And I'm already seeing it's 3.5 minutes long. And as an enjoyer of songs over 3 minutes, you know that makes me so happy. I'm so excited for this. This is my first comeback as an Izna fan. I've deep dived their full discography, all their music videos, and choreographies on my channel already. So if you're new here, you can check those out on the Izna Reactions playlist. But if you've been following me since then you know this is my first comeback, and that's always extra special. And we got Blonde Jungin, which I'm very excited about. She's really like my bias line has changed so much, but I think she's really come into my bias spot lately. And yeah, let's see what they got. I have not watched any of the spoilers, not listened to anything. All I've seen are the concept photos, which were fierce. So I have no idea what to expect. And like really with Izna, they've done so many concepts and so many styles of songs that like I really have no idea what to expect. So let's find out. Okay, interesting vibe to start off with. Oh, I like the nails.
파도치는 blue sky 눈을 감고 deep dive 뒤집혀진 내 사상
These are gorgeous
Got
shots.
my head in the clouds 저 아래는 too loud Let the noise just fade away
Oh, she's so pretty. Ooh, she sounded amazing there too.
Feel the tempo 날 찾아 일정한 rhythm 속에 불규칙함 in the chaos 선명하게 울리는 BPM
That look. Okay, backbend. Yes. Ooh, and that stare there. These shots are so gorgeous.
그게 뛰는 my pulse 빠른 박자에 맞춰 한계 찔림이 넘어 Got me losing my breath To the music in my heart Let it spin again and again
All their vocals are just so good.
Feel the tempo 날 찾아 일정한 rhythm
This nice snappy beat.
불규칙한 in the chaos 선명하게 울리는 BPM
Oh, the braids for Jimin. Slay. Okay, so I like this galaxy theme. Like we started with the eye and the moon in the eye, and now we're in the galaxy. Oh, the hair tinsel. Yes, you guys know I love some good hair tinsel. Ooh. Fierce.
생각은 그만 I'ma lose my mind Side to side 우리 마치 하나가 된 것 같아 Dancing in the spotlight
She is the moment. Okay, dance break. Ooh, love.
Music takes control It got me moving like a metronome Music takes control It got me moving like a metronome
Gotta finish off with the metronome. Okay, so I'm like getting like this kind of like this theme. It seems like they're like kind of like their natural selves, and then their like extraterrestrial, like spiritual galaxy selves are like connecting, kind of. like throughout the music video, like that you get the two different parts and then at the end they come together. That's kind of what I'm seeing so far, but that's just first watch, obviously. The visuals all throughout are gorgeous. I mean, face card central over here. But then like all of the lighting, the scenery, the styling, all of it is amazing throughout. Their vocals, they are such an underrated vocal group. I can never get over that. Like, not enough people talk about them vocally, and they are just all so good. Like, Jungin in that bridge is obviously gonna be a highlight, but none of the rest of them, like you can not count out anyone else either. They're just all so skilled. The song itself, I'm not quite sure how I'm feeling about it. I think like it'll do well with the GP. I think it like does well with like meeting the trends of today. But for me, like I'm not a huge fan of empty chorus, and then having empty chorus and like a pretty long dance break before like the main bridge, or is it after? I don't know. Having an empty chorus and a long dance break, it feels like there's not enough singing when like they have vocals like this. I want to be hearing them the whole time, right? I think it'll grow on me. And the choreo is so fierce. That backbend part, oh, I'm obsessed. I'm learning that challenge immediately. Ooh, they and their synchronization is like top notch. So I'm excited for when we get the performance video too. And before we do the analysis watch, since I know not everybody stays for that, I'm just going to ask you guys, comment down below for the next Izna video for this comeback. I can either do when the choreo for this gets released, I can do that reaction and a full choreo analysis, you know how like we've been doing. Or I can do listening party style where we'll listen to the whole album and we'll watch the performance video instead of like re-listening to Metronome. And then if there's a B-side with choreography, we'll watch the choreography for that too, like in the spot of listening to that song, and then also listen to the rest of the songs. And we'll do like some light analysis pointing out a couple things of the choreography, but not quite as deep as like our usual. So yeah, let me know which of those you would prefer, just because there's so many comebacks this month. I don't have time to do both of those, but we can do one or the other. So let me know what you would want more. And then Patreon is also down below, so make sure to check that out before you leave. We got Izna content on there. We just checked out their KCON performances last week, and then we've got a couple more lined up. Was it last week? Right? I don't know. We checked them out on there, and then I got a few more lined up for next week to watch on there as well. So lots of Izna content over there. Link is down below. All revenue from new and upgraded subscriptions for this month will be donated to the Ron Nasty Foundation, which supports St. Jude's Children's Hospital as well as youth gymnastics development. So that's that. But let's give this music video a second watch, a second listen, start to really get into that storyline. We got lots to talk about with the visuals and everything too, and how it all connects. There were some really cool things that I was seeing, but I didn't want to step on the song too much while I was playing for the first time. So let's go. This, like, the eeriness of this intro is so interesting to me. Like, not all what I expected. Like, it's such a bright video, too, at the same time. So, like, you have that weird contrast of, like, the creepy music, but it's these, like, bright, happy scenes, which almost makes it, like, even more eerie in a way. But, like, you get that, like, sunlit glare. Like, they're jumping up and down. They got flowers. They're having a good, happy time with their friends. But then you play the music. And it's like, oh, my God, what's going to happen? And then they light this all on fire. Cassette tapes. Interesting. And also notice the green that they have in that fire. You see, like, that green, that natural green, like, a lot through this filter. It's a very nice, bright, vibrant green. So bringing that into the fire scene as well, so there's not too much contrast between the rest of the scenes. And then you got that bright blue in there too with the probably recycling bin or whatever. And then there's vinyls in here too. Okay, so they're burning all this music. And then that's a piano. Interesting. And then we have her meeting her like spiritual self person, and then plugging in the music. Okay, so this is her, and then this is like a sequence of like flashbacks or something, and then she's back to listening to the music, but in the flashbacks the music gets burned. Interesting. I didn't catch that on the first watch, what they were actually putting in the fire. So that definitely changes like what's going on with this storyline. And also notice the nails, like you got these like extra pop with the gems, like that blue green. And then you see that orange obviously a lot through the fire, and then also in other ways throughout the video. There's the moon in the eye as the pupil. So that like extraterrestrial theme is coming out. And then notice how different this filtering is, this coloring, than it was like in the earlier natural scenes that we saw in the flashback. Like we have to go through the storyline, see what gets us to that brightness. Like see how dark this green is, how covered and like filtered over it is through this like this foggy kind of blue filter. It's giving sadness. It's giving dreariness. But we also see a lot through this video, like the little like floating pieces, like whatever they are. Like you kind of have like that dot glare throughout the blurred background here. I can't tell if this is like snow or something or rain or whatever, but you see it a lot through the video. You see it like as the stars in the galaxy scenes. You see it as sparks in the fire scenes later on around here. So you see that a lot through the music video. It connects all those clips really well. Okay, bubbles. Like I love this part. Like they sound so amazing here. And I love this soft like makeup, soft hair look. And I'll go into that a little bit more once we get to some other scenes because there's some more connections I want to make with it there. But I mean, with this close-up of Sadie, she just looks so gorgeous. And I love that she has the brown eyes here. Like a lot of times when they do contacts, they just give them like blue or green or whatever. But this soft light brown that matches her hair perfectly, it just gives that warmth and it's so nice. Brown eyes appreciation, guys. But anyway, but like see very low instrumental there, focus on the vocals, there's softness to it, and then that beat comes in and she still comes in, she's got that high tone, nice and dreamy and soft, but that beat comes in, she starts running as the beat comes in, you know, matching up with the music. Ugh. And then the brush the hair back, face card moment, work. And then this scene is definitely interesting. Like that light goes out right at the end of the alleyway, instantly notices it. So like there's like some connection there. And then all of that darkness closes in on her. But also just want to note that I love the styling here, like this distressed top, like the black over the white, adding some texture there. And it matches up like with the way that these walls are, like how they're kind of distressed with the different colors of the, I don't know, concrete drywall, whatever it is. But notice how this pattern is pretty similar to like what ends up on the wall. So they give that same vibe, a little bit destroyed, a little bit dilapidated. And then the hair, like I said, I love the blonde. Like when an idol goes blonde for the first time, it always awakens like a level of diva in them, and she's slaying. And I love the ponytail with like the loose face framing strands. It just looks so nice on her. And then adding the thin beaded necklace just for like a little more of a touch of that black, so it's not just all plain up here. So then that darkness closes in, and then that music comes on. So interesting. So the two interpretations that I feel like I can get here right away are either the darkness is the music in a way, or the music saves you from the darkness. This styling is crazy. Like the teased up hair, that bold cat eye, the glittery eyeshadow, the long sharp nails match that sharp eyeliner. Ugh. And then this move goes crazy. Look at the flexibility. And you can see, we'll do just a little anatomy moment here. You can see who's more flexible in the group versus who's not. So Coco and Jimin here are very easily the most flexible. The way that you can tell is because most of the bend, or all of the bend, comes from their lower back here, their lumbar spine right there, whereas the rest of the members compensate by bending their knees a little bit and pushing their hips forward a little bit. You see that? But with these two, all of that back bend comes from their back. The rest do a really good job of compensating for that flexibility so that they're all still able to get the same amount of like horizontal tilt, but it comes from different parts of their bodies because they don't have that mobility in their back. And like, that's not an insult or anything. It's just interesting to notice those differences between people and then how you make up for them to make a choreo still look cohesive and synchronized. Ooh, Coco's facials here, that zoom in is so nice. Ooh, the head tilt work. And then Jimin's stare, like just like those eyes like half closed, that sharp gaze. Ooh. And there's our metronome. But yeah, like see, like empty chorus just doesn't really do it for me. It's a good instrumental, but when you have a group full of vocalists like this, use them. Like, see how nice it is when they're all singing, and then love all the different formations we've just gone through. Like they were in the line, and then they were facing each other, and now they're right into a V, and it felt so seamless. And then, okay, so here's where I wanted to talk about this styling. This is the one that we saw earlier in that sky scene. So notice the difference between the styling when they're indoors here. And is that the same? No, it's different than the one here. Versus the styling out here. So like when they're in that black room, like everything I was pointing out, it was sharp. Like you had like the sharp eyeliner, the sharp nails, that straight hair, all of the bold white, like a lot more structured fitting outfits, all just one color to go against that black, giving you that extra boldness, that extra sharpness, that extra contrast. Here in the outdoor scene where it's bright and it's sunny, and there's like a lot more like a brightness and like kind of a joy and more of a carefreeness to these scenes. They all pretty much, mostly besides Jimin, but this is still like a very natural straight, not like bone straight hair. They've all got this little wave to their hair, just adds like some bounciness, some airiness to it. See, they've got layers on their clothes, looser outfits, this loose t-shirt, this kind of draped rips on the jeans, the jacket off the shoulder, the flannel around the waist. They all got flannels. It's flannel season. We love a good flannel. But notice those differences in the styling and the difference in the feeling that they give you. Like if you put the outfits they were just in, you put them outside, totally different vibe here. But like with the free-flowing, airy style of the hair and the clothes here, you get a much more bright and carefree vibe. And the lighting here is just gorgeous. Like she is glowing, she is shining. Like there's that little bit of like the sunlit glow from the back, but then her face is still lit really well. And then I like the turning camera work. Like it really transitions these shots really well as you have the turning camera work and then they're around you in a circle. So it already like kind of leads you into that. And then we're back throwing more CDs and cassettes in the fire. Okay, so now what are we doing here? Okay, so we're in this like kind of abandoned room here looking through stuff. Are we looking for more CDs and cassettes? It looks like it. Yeah, more records, more cassettes. Okay. The headphones, and that's where the fire was. So we haven't So in this scene, we haven't made the fire yet, but this is the exact same scene from right at the beginning. Right there. Where were we? Now I have to find it again. But this is exactly where we were. So it hasn't happened yet. That beginning scene is a flashback. Interesting. And then this view that we have here is cool because it's like we're like hidden in this mess of chairs. So you get this layering and the geometric effect of the legs and the chairs and like the negative space between it. And then it's also like we shouldn't be seeing what they're doing here. So what they're doing is like they're trying to hide it. It's something we shouldn't be seeing. Gives that eeriness a little bit once again. Okay, so before we burn it, we see the vinyl. It gives this rainbow effect. This is a nice transition because those galaxy scenes get a lot more colorful, especially with those blues and purples. This is where they're really kind of coming out for the first time. So having it just a little bit there helps transition into it very nicely. So this record is like what's connecting them to their extraterrestrial galaxy cells. And notice the coloring here, like the outline, that galaxy outline on the record, it like matches having this patterned outline on the blankets they're sitting on. That's a nice little touch. And see these outfits again, fierce. It's like the opposite, like it's still the very sharp, but then the opposite color scheme. So now we've got the black instead of the white, and then we've got the colorful background, but they've all got this sharp styling again. Like we got the buckles, the studs, the tight fitted outfits, the jeans, like that belt, the boots with the straps, all the straight hair, the ponytails, the braids, like no more bouncy waves, no more like free hair that you can just like brush about like that. It's all a lot like, it's a lot more structured, you know? And all fierce. The cutouts, I'm obsessed with all the cutouts. Like, look at that. She's got the cutout in the shirt and in the skirt. Like, yes. And I love the necklines. Look how they all have different necklines. Like this crisscross here with the straight top, and then this key ring with the asymmetrical straps, the square neck here, and then the asymmetrical one shoulder. Oh, love. And then the reflection off the ground too just adds some more depth to the scene that I like. Just since like the background is like green screened, having the reflection of their silhouettes and their shadows on the floor, it just helps connect them to the scene a little bit more. I love these scenes. The hair tinsel adds so much, and then the little sparkles coming out around them. I'm such a proponent of hair tinsel. We don't see it enough, so I'm giving it all of the praise here. And then I love this move with like the whip around. They hit that so hard, and then that direction change and the look away, it just has such an impact. And see, they're back, like they're still in this like dilapidated room, but now we got like the disco lights on, and like they're making it a party still. These scenes are just too good. The glitter, the glittery top too, the gloss, like the shine on this lip, like it's minimal, like of the like minimal eyeliner, like not a super heavy color on the lip, minimal eyeshadow. And you just get like that focus on the sparkle, on the shine. Like the little the gems on the inside of the eye, and the lighting's just so good. Like look at all the different shadows you get and the texture you get off the hair too. The little bit of glitter on the cheekbones, the eye contacts here, like being multicolored there. It gives like a little bit of that galaxy effect again. Love again. The face rhinestones, and she's a little more pink on the cheeks. Like they're all styled slightly differently just to bring out what looks best in them, and I love it. Ooh, the stare here, girl. Wow. Ooh, and look at that eyeliner, that perfect swoosh. Oh, stun. Wow. Like, it's Izna. You gotta get the face card marathon.
Move your body like me, grow your head around me. 생각은 그만, I'ma lose my mind, lose my mind.
This moment, like, this shot here, crazy. She looks so good. And then, like, all of the direction changes she's having. And then this right there, like, just completely, like, almost turning nearly upside down. It just, the impact, the drama, the hair flip too. Like no one does hair flips better than Jimin. Oh, and then she really does go all the way upside down and around. Like incredible. And then as that drum comes in, like getting us to the climax of the song, see how fast those cuts start coming in, really like bringing up your heart rate, bringing up the energy, bringing up the anticipation. And then just the focus on that hip as she hits that pop. Girl. Like that moment, world stop. Ooh, the hair flips. Yes, this moment, like the balance this takes too, the control, like, and then the lines here are so good. Like look how they're like perfectly at horizontal in this passe, and then the matching line, again, perfectly at horizontal here. Literally this perfectly matching like asymmetrical line of the elbow and the knee at the same angle. It's so satisfying. And then boom, again, that same angle with the arm on the hip, continuing those diagonal triangular lines. It's just gorgeous. And they're so precise. Okay, there's that spark, lighting it on fire. And then see how the sparks are all coming out from behind them. So it brings up the energy of the shot, and then it also helps compare it to those galaxy shots with all the sparkles and the stars coming out around them. Otherwise, this shot would feel like so plain. If it was just like a plain fire or just the trees in the background again, it would feel a completely different vibe than everything we just saw. So then it feels like we're hitting the flashbacks again, and then it all culminates back to this spiritual self. And this time we're finally embracing her. Instead of like having it feel eerie or like we're afraid of her, they embrace. And then back to the metronome. Very cool. Yeah, such a gorgeous music video. And I liked what they did with the storyline. Like, I haven't quite eked all of it out yet, but from what we were still able to get, really, really cool. And like I said, the production, the lighting, the visuals, the coloring, the styling, and the choreography. The choreography looks like it's gonna be like one of the best of the year. Their precision in just using we've talked about this in so many of their choreos. They're always so precise with all their hand movements and their finger movements. Like every single joint, they just have locked in. Their body control and their synchronization at the same time is just next level. So I cannot wait to see what the rest of this is going to look like, if they're going to promote any B-sides as well. Like I said, vote in the comments below whether you want to see a full choreo analysis of this or a full listening party with short analyses of this, and if there is a promoted B-side for that too. And then Patreon is also linked in the description. Make sure to subscribe. We're almost at 5K. Let's hit 5K this month, guys. And yeah, let me know all your thoughts on this down below. Like I said, the song is still going to take a minute for me just because I'm not a huge empty chorus person, but I think they did a good job of like making a song that like it has a great instrumental. It works with what's currently popular right now, and I think it will do well for them, which is what they needed after Mamma Mia was one that was a little bit more controversial. So I think they did a good job picking this, and I think it fits their style really well. Like I said, they've done so many concepts, and this feels like a very good balance of everything that they've done so far. Because like I said, they can do literally anything. But this feels like a good balance of all of their strengths. So I think it was a great choice for them, and I can't wait to see the performances and hear the rest of the album too. I'll see you guys next time.